Welcome to Lingua Latina Tutorials with Mr. K. This is chapter 25, lesson 2. Listen as I read the Latin aloud here. Quintus quam obrem tot Athenienses ad mortem certam mittebantur, Syra, rex minos, qui tunc Cretam regebat, paucis annis ante urbem Athenas bello expugnaverat. Post expugnationem urbis, minos cupidus auri atque sanguinis non modo magnam pecuniam, sed etiam homines vivos ab Atheniensibus postulaverat. Rex enim Atheniensibus male volebat, quod filius eius Paulo ante ab iis necatus erat. So go ahead and read through all of lesson 2 till the end of lesson 2 in Latin out loud and come back and let's translate. Quintus, on account of what thing were so many Athenians being sent to a certain death? Quam obrem means because of what, on account of what matter. Tot is so many, the adverb, and mittebantur, imperfect passive, third person, barbaris batur, bamur, bamini, bantur, were being sent. Okay. Syra, King Minos is the king of Crete, who was then ruling over Crete, a few years before had conquered the city of Athens in a war. Athenas here is plural, but a lot of Greek cities have a plural form, and yet they get translated in the singular. So the Athenian city, it does modify urbem, but it looks like it's plural when it's actually singular, kind of like castra. So and then paucis annis ante would be the equivalent of saying paukos annos ante, a few years before, but here we get the ablative of degree of difference. So before by a few years. Earlier by a few years he had conquered, and expugnaverat comes from expugnare, which means to conquer. So when we get to expugnationem, post expugnationem, that's the noun form meaning conquest, and it's feminine in gender. So after the conquest of the city, King Minos, desirous of gold, cupidus auri, and of blood, sanguinis, not only had demanded magnam pecuniam, a lot of money, but even living beings from the Athenians, living. So he wanted people who were still alive to be given to him. Rex enim Atheniensibus male volebat, for the king, King Minos, was wanting evil for the Athenians. So literally was wanting evilly for the Athenians, but we would translate that was an enemy or wanted bad things to happen to the Athenians. Quod filius, because his son, Paulo ante, a little bit before, here's another ablative degree of difference, before by a little bit, necatus erat, had been killed, our pluperfect passive here, abiis, by them. So you see in the margin notes here that a rex regis is a vir qui terram reget, a person who rules the land and the city. Minois is, so you can see that's a third declension masculine, is the rex Crete, king of Crete. Cupidus means desirous of, from cupera, to desire. And vele, to want, is the same as voleba, was wanting. Necare, necatus erat, same as interficere, to kill. So let's go through and read this with some understanding in the Latin, picturing what we're reading and not thinking about the English. Quintus, quam obrem tot Athenienses ad mortem certam mittebantur, Syra, rex minos, qui tunc Cretam regebat, paucis annis ante urbem Athenas bello expugnaverat. Post expugnationem urbis, minos cupidus auri atque sanguinis, non modo magnam pecuniam, sed etiam homines vivos ab Atheniensibus postulaverat. So go through all of that, make sure you've read it in Latin, and go back to the exercises.